We already studied the graphical representation of data. Let us carry forward and learn the numerical part of statistics, mean and median. In making comparisons in arithmetic, positive numbers are used. For making a comparative study of frequency distribution, arithmetic numbers are required. The numbers indicate how the data are distributed around the central part of the distribution. Such arithmetic numbers are known as measures of central tendency. In another way, a measure of central tendency is a single value that attempts to describe a set of data by identifying the central position within that set of data. As such, measures of central tendency are sometimes called measures of central location. They are also called as summary statistics. Some of the measures of central tendencies are mean, median and mode. Let's come to mean or arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean is commonly known as average. The average of a given set of numbers is called the arithmetic mean or simply the mean of given numbers. Thus, the arithmetic mean of a group of observation is defined as sum of the observations by number of observations. This thing we have learned already. Now, we are extending this equation to n observations. X bar is the symbol of arithmetic mean. Consider the observations x1, x2, x3, etc. up to xn. So, we are considering n observations. And we can write the formula for arithmetic mean or x bar as x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus etc. up to xn, the whole divided by n. This formula came from the previous one. We find the sum of the observations in the numerator and number of observations in the denominator. There are n observations and the observations are x1, x2, x3. We find the sum of the observations and it is divided by number of observations n. The same thing is written in another way. We can read this one as sigma I from 1 to n, sigma I from 1 to n xi divided by n. You can identify that the denominator remains the same, n itself, but the change is for numerator. Sigma indicate the sum, or how can we denote the addition of many observations together? It is denoted by this Greek symbol sigma. Sigma I from 1 to n xi means x1 plus x2 plus etc. up to xn. When we are doing problem, you can use this equation. Dear students, we will be doing some questions from arithmetic mean. These are not taken from textbook. Please write the questions, understand the explanation from the video and try to do as your own. Find the mean driving speed for 6 different cars on the same highway. The speed are given as 66 meter per hour, 57 meter per hour, 71 meter per hour, 54 meter per hour, 69 meter per hour and 58 meter per hour. We are going to calculate the mean driving speed. Let's consider the equation for arithmetic mean. Mean equal to 1 by n sigma I from 1 to n xi. In the previous slide, we have seen Ix sigma I from 1 to n, xi by n. It is same as 1 by n sigma I from 1 to n xi. Here in this question, what is n? N means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are considering the speed of 6 cars. So n is equal to 6 and all these are our xi's. x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6. It is equal to 66 plus 57 plus 71 plus 54 plus 69 plus 58, the whole divided by number of observation 6, equal to the sum is 375 by 6. It is equal to 62.5 meter per hour. So the mean driving speed for 6 different cars is obtained as 62.5 meter per hour. Let's move to another question. The mean weight of a group of 7 boys is 56 kg. The individual weights in kilogram of 6 of them are 52, 57, 55, 60, 59 and 55. Find the weight of the 7th boy. So in the question, the mean weight of 7 boys are given as 56 and the separate weight of only 6 boys are given. We need to find the weight of 7th boy. How to do this problem? Let us start from the given things. Mean weight of 7 boys equal to 56 kg. As we know, mean equal to sum of the observation by total number of observation. Here, mean weight of 7 boys is given as 56 kg. So, using this equation, we have 7 in number, right? Sum by 7 equal to 56 and sum is equal to 56 times 7. What we find actually? We find the total weight of 7 boys we find as 56 times 7. The same step we will use in many of the situations for the coming problem. So, total weight of 7 boys equal to 56 times 7. It is 392 kg. Now, we can find the total weight of 6 boys. How we will find the total weight of 6 boys? We can just add the given weights together, right? So, total weight of 6 boys equal to 52 plus 57 plus 55 plus 60 plus 59 plus 55. The sum is 338 kg. So, listen. Total weight of 7 boys is with us. Total weight of 6 boys is also with us. Can we find the weight of 7th boy from here? Total weight of 7 boys is with us. Total weight of 6 boys is also with us. We can find the weight of 7th boy by subtracting total weight of 6 boys from total weight of 7 boys. It is 392 minus 338. It is 54 kg. Hence, the weight of 7th boy is 54 kg. Another question. A cricketer has a mean score of 58 runs in 9 innings. Find out how many runs are to be scored by him in the 10th innings to raise the mean score to 81? Read the question once again. Understand the question. The mean score of 58 runs in 9 innings mean in the 9 innings he scored a mean of 58. And one more innings is there, the 10th innings. And after 10th innings, he need the mean score as 61. So we need to find how many runs the cricketer has to score to get a mean score of 61 runs. Given that the mean score of 9 innings is 58 runs. From here, we can find the total score of 9 innings. Correct? How can we find total score of 9 innings? Mean is equal to sum by number of innings. Sum or total by number of innings. It is equal to 58. So, total score is equal to 58 times 9. So, total score is 58 into 9. It is 522 runs. Then what is given? The required mean score of 10 innings is given as 61 runs. Or after 10 innings, the cricketer wants the mean of his 10 innings as 61 runs. If the mean score is 61, then we can find total score of 10 innings. Correct? Yes, it is 61 times 10, 610 runs. So, to get a mean score of 61 runs, the cricketer need to score 610 runs as total. But after 9 innings, how much he score? It is only 522 runs. So, how can we find the number of runs to be scored in the 10th innings? Number of runs to be scored in the 10th innings will be the difference between total score of 9 innings and total score of 10 innings. Correct? Yes. So, number of runs to be scored in the 10th inning is equal to total score of 10th innings minus total score of 9 innings. It is 610 minus 522 equal to 88. So, the cricketer must score 88 runs in the 10th innings. Hope you understood the concept, right? Next question. The mean of 5 numbers is 28. If one of the number is excluded, the mean gets reduced by 2. We have to find the excluded number. Mean of the 5 numbers is given as 28. From here, we can find the sum of that 5 numbers, right? Yeah, it mean times the number. It is 28 times 5, 140. What is given there? If one of the number is excluded, the mean gets reduced by 2. Now, the mean is 28. So, when we remove or when we exclude one number, the mean will be reduced by 2. So, the mean of remaining 4 numbers will be 28 minus 2, it is 26. So, one number we have excluded, the sum or mean of that 4 numbers, remaining 4 numbers is 26. We can find the sum of the remaining 4 numbers also. It is 26 times 4, it is 104. How can we find the excluded number? Sum of 5 numbers is 140. Sum of 4 numbers is 104. How to find the excluded number? The excluded number will be correct. Sum of 5 numbers minus sum of the remaining 4 numbers. It is 140 minus 104 equal to 36. So 36 is the excluded number. The next question. The average height of 30 boys was calculated to be 150 centimeter. It was detected later that one value of 165 centimeter was wrongly copied as 135 centimeter for the computation of the mean. We have to correct the mean. The calculated mean is given as 150. Calculated average height of 30 boys is given as 150. From here, as usual, we can find the incorrect sum. Why it is incorrect? Because it was later detected that one value of 165 was wrongly copied as 135. What is the meaning? The correct value was 165, but we wrote to add the height, we wrote it as 135. So we are going to find the incorrect sum. Incorrect sum of these 30 boys will be 150 into 30. Yeah, correct. It is 4500 centimeter. It is the incorrect sum. Now, how can we find the correct sum? Incorrect sum is we just add the height of 30 boys. Only one number was wrong. It is 135. So we have to remove 135 and add 165 with the incorrect sum. That will make the incorrect sum as correct sum. So correct sum of the height of 30 boys will be incorrect sum minus wrongly copied item plus correct item. It will be 4500 minus the wrongly copied, it is 135, and the correct one, it is 165. So we just subtract 135 and add 165 with the incorrect sum. So the answer we got it as 4530. It is the correct sum. So total 30 students are there. The number is not changed. We find the correct sum also. So we can find the correct mean. Correct mean will be correct sum divided by number of boys. It is equal to 4530 by 30. It is equal to 151 centimeter. Another question. The mean of 16 items was found to be 30. On rechecking, it is found that 2 items were wrongly taken as 22 and 18 instead of 32 and 28 respectively. We have to find the correct mean. In the previous question, only one number gets replaced or gets wrong. Here, 2 numbers are wrongly taken. The wrong numbers are 22 and 18 and the correct numbers are 32 and 28. Let's start with the given thing. Let's do same as in the previous question. The calculated mean for 16 item, it is 30. So we can find the incorrect sum from there, right? So the incorrect sum is 30 times 16, it is 480. Now we have to find the correct sum. How can we find the correct sum? We just subtract the wrongly taken items, these two numbers, 22 and 18. You have to subtract from the incorrect sum and add the correct one, 32 and 28. So correct sum will be incorrect sum minus sum of incorrect item plus sum of actual items. Sum of incorrect item means here there is more than one item replaced. So it will be 480 minus wrong ones 22 plus 18 and we are adding the correct ones 32 plus 28. The answer will be 500. So correct sum we obtained as 500. We can find the correct mean also. Correct mean will be correct sum divided by the items. 16 items are there. So the answer is 31.25. So the correct mean is 31.25. Thank you, dear students.